friends, and welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm going to go over my hopeful January TBR. I have a lot of things going on in January, so we will see if I get to all of these. Probably not, but I have a game going on in one of my Patreons, and so a lot of these picks are for that game should I be able to go all the way to the end. So maybe half of these won't be read if I don't complete the game. We will see. But I'm just going to quickly go over all of the ones I plan to read in the month of January. The first one I have is Death by Dumpling. This one is a noodle shop mystery series, and I will read this no matter what. It is a prompt on a game I'm playing, but it is also the first unofficial buddy read for Hannah's book club, which I will link below, and we are going to go through this entire series next year, and I cannot wait. This one I feel like is one of the favorites of a lot of people I know, and so I'm super excited to get to this one. The next one I forgot to get out is Half a Soul by Olivia Atwater. A lot of people really love this one, and this is going to be the book for my historical romance prompt in the game. So again, this will happen if I get to that prompt. This is a Regency romance. Just a quick thing about it is it's difficult to find a husband in Regency England when you're a young lady with only half a soul. The next book that I have, I don't have the physical copy, so I do need to get that, but I'll probably use audio, and that is A Call for Kelp, because I plan on reading this one this week, and then I plan on reading that one for the readathon should I get to it next month, and that is the fourth in the series. And the next book that I plan to read, hopefully next month, would be One by One by Ruth Ware. This is for the locked room mystery prompt, and I believe that they get trapped in the snow. And so I am actually really excited about this one because I feel like it's perfect, obviously, for wintertime, and it's been on my radar for a while. The next one that I plan to get to is Carrie SoDo is Back by Taylor Jenkins. I know everyone has read this already. I'm behind, but I actually just read my first Taylor Jenkins read recently over the summer, which was Malibu Rising, and I absolutely loved it. Again, I hate literary fiction, and yet I absolutely adored that book. I did. I gave it 5 stars, and she was introduced in that book, so I definitely wanted to get to her book. And so this is going to be for my game or contest prompt, and I'm very, very excited to get to know more about Carrie SoDo, who plays tennis and I've heard is kind of a jerk. So we'll see if I like it. The next book on my list is Beg, Borrow, or Steal by Sarah Adams. I will read this no matter what is going on in my life. I will read this next month. I am so excited for this book. I cannot even describe it. So this is the third book. The first one is When in Rome. The second is Practice Makes Perfect. And this is the third book about another one of the sisters. I literally have been waiting all year for this book. I absolutely adore Sarah Adams. So this one will get read no matter what's going on. The next book that I am working my way through for the next several months is Little Woman. We are doing this as an unofficial buddy read with Hannah's book club. And so we will be reading this over the winter months slowly. The next book, I have very ambitious goals for this month, guys. I don't know what's wrong with me. It is Outlander. I put this on my January month because my sister wanted to start reading this, and I was so excited. I really wanted to do it with her. I watched the show and absolutely loved the show, and so I wanted to go back and actually read the books. I've heard mixed things. I've heard people say the show is way better and I won't like this. I've heard people say they loved the book series. So we will see where I land, but I have to go back and read the book series of a show that I absolutely adore because I love historical fiction and historical romance, and I adored this show. So I cannot wait to see if I love the book. The next book that I plan to read is When the Moon Hatched. Again, large goals here, large goals. So I have been voting for this to win on Jordan's Patreon. It seems like every single month, and again, doesn't look like it's going to win. However, we have all agreed to do an unofficial buddy read of this book no matter what happens next month, because I have wanted to read this for so long, and I will read this book. If it's the last thing I do next month, I'm reading this book because I know so many people adore it. and I have wanted to read it for so long. So When the Moon Hatched is a fantasy that involves dragons, and it says the best-selling sensation When the Moon Hatched is a fast-paced fantasy romance featuring an immersive, vibrant world and mysterious creatures, a unique magic system, and a love that blazes through the ages. So I cannot wait. And then the last prompt I had for the game that I'm playing is Legends and Lattes, and this is for the Chill Vibes prompt. We're playing the game of Clue, so I don't know if I mentioned that, but there's just different prompts for different rooms. So I am going to read this one for Chill Vibes. I don't know for sure if I'm gonna like this one. I've heard mixed things, we'll see. If I don't end up liking it, I'll probably just switch to a cozy mystery for this one. But I am really excited to try this one out because it sounds like a really cute, cozy fantasy. And it says, after a lifetime of bounties and bloodshed, Viv is hanging up her sword for the last time. The battle-weary orc aims to start fresh, opening the first ever coffee shop in the city of Thune. But rivals old and new stand in the way of success, not to mention the fact that no one has the faintest idea what a coffee actually is. If Viv wants to put the blade behind her and make her plans a reality, she won't be able to get it alone. But the true rewards of uncharted path are the travelers you meet along the way, and whether drawn together by ancient magic, a flaky pastry, or a freshly brewed cup, they may become partners, family, and something deeper than she ever could have dreamed. So I am hopeful. I'm hopeful because I love coffee, I love fantasy, I love cozy fantasy. Let's hope I like it. So that is all of the books that I have listed for the month, but I am going to hopefully do a reread of Fourth Wing and Iron Flame. Everybody's probably laughing at me right now after listing off that TBR because they're like, haha, Wendy, yeah, right, you don't have time for that. And you would be right. You would be right. I do not have time for it, but you never know. You never know. So stay tuned. I will let you know if this actually happens, if I do a reread of Fourth Wing and Iron Flame in time for Onyx Storm. We will see. We will see. Hey, if I DNF some books, I might have more time to read Fourth Wing and Iron Flame again. We'll see. Until next time, friends, remember to read what inspires you. Bye!